like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of WWE RAW, the week commencing the 11th of December. So it starts off with Jey Uso coming out. Basically, he comes out just to call out Drew and said he's going to take out Drew. Literally, that's what he said, yeet, in a few words. Basically, Drew comes out and Drew's basically saying everybody's fake, all these people are fake, and he believes Jey Uso is being fake as well. Pardon me, I got the hiccups. And then it goes straight into a match between Drew and Jey Uso in a great match. But Jey actually nearly had him, but Drew pulled a dirty move, raked his eyes and got the victory. Then we have Finn in the back. So they're kicking off due to how things went last week when Finn wasn't there, Rhea Ripley wasn't there. So they're kicking off about that. Obviously, the Judgment Day lost. And Rhea Ripley's like, we're going to go and gain some respect back today when she faces Maxine. Then we have R-Truth in the back, thinking he's a part of part of Judgment Day, which he is not part of Judgment Day. And I think he's walking around with some Christmas lights, I think. So we'll see what happens there. Then we have Rhea Ripley versus Maxine in a good squash match. And obviously Rhea Ripley won. Then we have CM Punk comes out. So it comes out, basically apologizes to the fans for walking away and not being there for 10 years. But he also said he's been offered multiple deals, one from Nick from SmackDown, one from Shawn Michaels on NXT, and obviously one from Adam Pearce on Raw. And then he decides to he said he walked out of, I can't remember where they were. I can't remember the city, but it was in a city. He walked out of that city and they said he's basically back to that same city a year later. So he's going to sign with Raw. So he signs with Raw. Then Seth Rollins comes out. There's a long stare down. I started to like, this was just a bit weird. But anyway, long stare down. Basically calls out CM Punk because CM Punk said he's back home. Seth like, don't say you're back home because you walked out of this place, you badmouthed this place for 10 years, you ridiculed everybody in the back, and now you're calling it home. It sort of literally has called him out. And Seth basically says he's here to protect WWE from CM Punk. And he basically said he hates CM Punk flat out. That's that. CM Punk just said, and he also said to CM Punk, he's on his last chance with like a major wrestling organization. And basically CM Punk basically says he's going to win the Royal Rumble and he's going to come after him. So we'll see. Then we had Ivar versus Bronson Reed in a great match. Two big men, but in the end, Bronson Reed gets the win. Then in the back, CM Punk runs into the Judgment Day. It was a bit of a cold welcoming by the Judgment Day to CM Punk, basically saying if he ever wins the title, Damien Priest is going to cash in on him. Then we have the Judgment Day come out. They call out the Creed brothers, saying they're not on their level. They also call out CM Punk, talking about they don't care if you're new here or you've been here for a while. You're going to respect the Judgment Day. R-Truth comes out, talks about how things they need to change in Judgment Day. Like they need to get rid of JD and Damien Priest needs to stop calling himself the boss. Then basically Damien says he doesn't like R-Truth and beats him down. Then we have Drew in the back. He runs into CM Punk as well, another cold welcoming. Then we have Caden versus Candice and Indy in a great tag team match, but in the end Caden gets the victory. Then we have DIY in the back, basically going back and forth with the Imperium about who their mystery partner is going to be in their 6-man tag team match later. Then we have Becky Lynch come out. Basically she comes out, she calls out Nia Jax for Nia Jax obviously punching her in the face and said she's never gone one-on-one with Nia Jax previously. Nia Jax comes out and says she'll punch her, basically she'll punch her hard next time, she's the hardest puncher. And then Becky calls her out for being dangerous in the ring. Now there's two ways to look at that. She might say she's a dangerous person on TV, but I think Becky was meaning dangerous to work with. But then we go to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes basically just calls out Shinsuke and goes, I'm coming for you, Shinsuke, when I see you. Then we have the Imperium with Gunther versus the DIY and their mystery partner who was The Miz, who came down in a great match. And The Miz actually got the victory, so congratulations to The Miz. Then we have The Miz in the back basically saying to Gunther he wants a rematch for the IC Championship. So let's see what happens. And Gunther says yes, he will, but if he loses, he could never get a shot again. Then in the main event of the evening, it's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cody Rhodes in a one-on-one match, so like a grudge match. Great match, but there was no winner because Shinsuke Shinsuke spat mist in Cody Rhodes' eye, and then it was stopped by DQ. So that is your review of WWE Raw. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.